Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Build Your Best Life with Coach Deborah D. Smith. I see Peggy out there and Monique Wright Delaney. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm excited to have Miss Linda Wright-PATRICK here from Unique Couples with me today. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hello, Miss Deborah. I am doing great. Great to be here on Build Your Best Life platform with you, Coach Deborah. It's just been amazing. I love what you are doing, and I'm honored to be here because it's all about building your best life, right? Whether it's your marriage, relationships, just you as an individual. And so I really like the work that you're doing with our young people, especially our young men.
Well, thank you so much. Glad to have you here today. I see Vito has joined us. Hi, Vito. Glad to see you here.
Yeah, that's my husband.
Yay! Create with me, his own. All right. Well, we're going to get started here, of course. It's all about your actions, your hand gestures, the movement of your eyes, the way you walk, the way you look at people. All of those things dictate your actions. And what people see are your actions. And believe me, someone is watching you. So remember, it's all about your actions. So think about all those things that you do before you ever begin that conversation with someone or before you act out. For September, my theme is grow opportunities and launch success. Grow opportunities and launch success. And that is an acronym for goals. Goals. This is an awesome time of the year to talk about goals. Why? Because besides people, getting promotions on their jobs, starting jobs for the first time, we have a lot of college graduates, so they will be going to the workplace for the first time. People starting new businesses. We have high school graduates that are going to college, so their whole world is a little different. So they have to learn to do things in a different manner. So this is a great opportunity. So today, Linda and I are going to be talking about enjoy the journey, because believe me, it is a journey as you go through life and you have to manage everything that is entailed in your life. So, Linda, before we get started with this journey, can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you're doing today?
Well, like Deborah said, everyone, my name is Linda Wright-PATRICK. I am a person, a me, just me, first of all. I'm also married to the lovely, dashing Vito Patrick. We have three amazing kids. I am from Freeport, Grand Bahama, so I'm here now as we watch. And I'm a marriage coach and personal development coach. So I'm also the birthday queen because I believe in celebrating. So this topic is right on point. My husband and I, we have our platform, which is Unique Couples, and we basically go about making sure that we're building stronger couples, healthier marriages, and happier families. And we do that through our communities, just to encourage the healthy marriage movements because marriages are dying. So that is what we're about, what I am about, and it's also about just being the best me that I can be.
Great. And Unique Couples is amazing. They are doing so many different things. So, regardless of what you like to do, what's lacking in your marriage, what you want to learn, or whatever, they have it for you. So, she'll tell you a little bit more about how to contact them at the end of our broadcast today. But it is amazing. And I want to say welcome to Gia, Deacon Henry Holmes, Carolyn Cuffey, and Agnes Copeland. Thank you all for tuning in. Sometimes people are just too hard on themselves. If they are not let's overachieving in every area of their life, everything they touch, it's just got to be perfect. If not, then they feel like, oh, something's wrong. And I'm not saying that you should not try to do things in an excellent manner, because we should try to do everything to the best of our abilities, because that's how God would want us to do it. But we are human. So we must all perform all aspects of our lives to the best of our abilities. But guess what? None of us are perfect. So we will not get 100% of the things that we do 100% correct. Okay? So we need to remember that and not be so hard on ourselves. Linda, do you think that some people perform this way because they genuinely believe that they are perfect, or can there be other reasons why people are so hard on themselves?
Right, that's a great question because I could even remember being the perfectionist junkie, right? And it was all about making sure everything was done correctly, all the dotted and T's crossed, and just having things just so perfect. In fact, that guess what? Nothing got done. So sometimes we are all in our head about wanting things to be perfect, but the spirit behind it, the what's going on in the background is the fear of failing or the fear of even success. And I know that that was something that even happened to me, where I'm afraid, like, what if it it succeeds, what if. And then of course some people are caught up with the fear of, what if it doesn't work, how am I going to face that. So trying to have things perfect and making sure everything is perfect is almost like stabbing yourself in the foot, because you won't really get anywhere, because done is better than perfect. Because once you've done something, now you can evaluate and you can check to see, okay, so I did it this way and that particular way did not work. So I can go ahead and try something else. Remember, like the light bulb, 1,000 ways it didn't work, but he
Right.
surely found one way that it did. And we need to um, kind of develop that attitude, that mindset, that if it doesn't work the first time, I can always do it again. There's nothing wrong with learning and improving. We mustn't think that it has to be perfect or it will be perfect the first time, because that is an unrealistic goal.
Yes, I agree. And I can be guilty of that as well. I know I'll put something together. It can be as simple as, writing down some notes. I don't just write the notes. They gotta be in line. They gotta be perfect. They got to have the bullets in the right place. The numbers gotta be in the right place. And I probably could just basically just type and make sure I have all of the content, but it's got to be set up correctly. The commas got to be in the right place. I got to use Grammarly, and all that takes time. So it's like, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to get the content to make sure you have all the information? Does it have to be just like 100%? Like, who's going to see it? But nobody's going to see it but me.
And guess what? One of the things is, right. So I'm also an educator. I've been in education for over 20 years, and what we tell our students, or even you speak to English teachers or majors or anyone in that field, and they'll tell you, hey, there's a process. You do your brainstorming, you do your first draft, and then you might do, some revising and editing. So it's not going to be perfect, and it's not perfect the first time. So I think we need to kind of like live life knowing that, hey, we'll make mistakes, but that's okay. We learn and we grow from it. But just insisting and thinking that it has to be perfect. I know about those lines, Deborah, about making sure everything is correct and right. When I'm writing and making sure the book is a certain way, and so sometimes I'll be in my head and I'll say, okay, I just need it to get done. Like it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I understand that one. Let's see who we have here. It's Henrietta Lockhart. And
Hi, that's my sister. The 242 is represented. Go ahead and put your flags in the chat. Let's see and invite someone. Go ahead and share. Hi, Dan. Dan is saying hi.
hi, Dan.
Hello, hello.
Thanks for tuning in. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So all of those are your sisters. Is Katie and who else?
Oh, I'm on Facebook. I'm not sure who is watching. So you could probably see more than me. I'm on Facebook.
Okay, the one that says he has Henrietta
Yeah,
Lockhart.
that's my sister.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. That one is actually
Julie.
in the Bahamas.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. All
Hmm.
right. So, I think that we should follow a process behind what we attempt to achieve. If it is a school project, working towards a vacancy on a debate team, trying out for a sports team, working on an essay, a project, we should, of course, give it all that we have. We should try to make sure that we do a good job. However, this doesn't mean that someone else won't be better. It could maybe that it's not our chosen time, or it doesn't mean that we will get the score that we anticipate, because sometimes we just like, oh, it's just so sad because they had two slots available on the debate team. I didn't get one of the slots, or I studied. I just wanted the ACEs thing. I made a 95. Oh my goodness, the world's gonna come to an end. So, what is better, to try and not to succeed, or just not to try and save your dignity, if it just means that much?
Hmm. You know what? When we look at growth happens outside of your comfort zone. So if you stay comfortable and do not venture out you won't be able to expect to get great rewards. So that little space, if you stay in that circle, you won't be able to grow and advance and get those rewards. Just think about the caterpillar. If the caterpillar didn't agitate and move, it would still be in a cocoon.
Mm.
Protected, yes. For how long? Who knows? But because it decided to take a chance and get out of its comfort zone, it developed wings and emerged as a beautiful creature and could fly. And I think that is how we must look at life as well. We have to think about, hey, let's give it a try. Yes, it might be scary. Yes, it may be uncomfortable. Yes, we might make mistakes and get hurt along the way, but if we don't try, we won't be able to get the rewards of if it does go right. And so we need to be able to um, step out of our comfort zone, try new things, try things um, with the expectation that great things are going to happen, and then do the work to make sure that your expectations can actually be reality. And so I think it's like twofold. Yes, you expect the great things. You will try things, but then you're also going to line up and make sure that you have a strategy for trying these things that you want to try as well, instead of just being reserved or being scared to go ahead and try new things. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Growth happens when you go out and try. It doesn't happen when you stay still and be afraid. So if you're afraid, go ahead and do it anyway. Do it afraid, do it scared, do it not sure, but do it. Just go ahead and do it, because in the doing it, you get to learn, what works and what to do next time. And I remember just kind of like being around people and seeing people when they came to like the end of their life, and some of the questions and the regrets that they have. And I remember this person telling me that one of the greatest things that they regretted was something that they didn't do. It
Mm.
was something that they didn't do. I'm like, wow, I thought it would have been um something that they did do. I mean, people, we do have regrets for things that we do that was wrong, especially when it relates to children and all of those different things in our family. But for most people, the greatest regret that they go to their graves with is the things that they did not do, the things that they didn't try. And guess what, Deborah? I didn't want to be one of those persons. So I
I
decided
know.
that, hey, if there was something to try, I would go ahead and try it. And at least I would be able to say, well, I did that. It didn't work like how I expected or how I wanted it or what I was told, but I at least tried, I at least did something and I have results. I can actually say that, oh, it worked, it didn't work, or next time I'll do better.
Right. See, Carolyn says sometimes the hardest but most rewarding thing can be, uh-oh, is facing the unknown. Faith over fear equals a growth. And that is so true. I love it. See, Peggy says, growth, what is it? Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Yes. And I can remember when I started doing my broadcasts, of course, I would get my phone and put it in the little light, and then I would sit there and I would start, and then I would like the way it started, so I would start over and I would keep doing it. And Coach Miller would say, "So when are you gonna do it live?" Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm like, "Well, I can't do it live. I keep messing up." And then next time he talked to me, "I didn't see you do it live yet." Okay, I'm good. When are you gonna do it? So I'm like, okay, I just gonna have to go ahead and do it. And so I finally got out there and did it. But if I had kept saying, you know, I keep making mistakes each time I do it, I have to start over 2 or 3 times. I never would have started doing it live. I would have just always been recording. Then I wouldn't have been able to have all these wonderful guests that I have on the program, right? Because they're not going to sit there while I keep saying, well, I got to start over. I got to start over. So we live and learn.
But I like that. I mean, besides the fact that you're saying, the guests wouldn't want to see you do that and start over. And I'm thinking about it in a different light, that sometimes we do have to start over. Like, you do something and you didn't get it right the first time and you do start over. Some people may not like it, but we're not saying that they have to watch and see you do all of these tries, but we're saying don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to start afresh because you are afraid or you're worried about what people will say, or you just don't know what the outcome will be. You'll never know what the outcome will be unless you do it. Unless you do it. And you just have to do it. And, I'm saying that and I'm just like speaking to myself as well, because yeah, you get to a certain point where the successes you've had in the past. And instead of sometimes using that as a stepping stone, we forget about the successes we had in the past. And when we are confronted with something hard that may appear to be hard or difficult, we want to, oh no, I don't want to try, I don't want to do that. Instead of looking back at what we've done in the past and say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to forge ahead. I will start. I will try. And so sometimes we just have to look back at what we've done before and really take the initiative to move on and try new things and not be afraid.
That's right. That's good. See, Carolyn says, whether we fail or succeed, we can learn from just trying. I've been guilty of not wanting to reach beyond my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But you did it. Yay. And that's what we all have to do. Let's see. Cynthia says, what is it? That part, what people will say. Yeah, we worry about what other people will say. Yeah, this is like um, whatever you do. If something you've done for the first time, or you were kind of hesitant of trying it, and you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. But, if I mess up, what are people going to say? You
Yeah.
know, and that'll sometimes make us stay in that comfort zone where no, I'm not going to do it right now. But a lot of times we're holding ourselves back. We're not walking in the purpose that God has for us because we are, limiting ourselves instead of getting out there. And Cynthia says sometimes I'm having a problem with my eyes today. I apologize. Sometimes we must go ahead and fall forward. That's right. Yeah, we are not going to always get it right, but if we try, at least we did try. And if we fall going forward. That we did make an attempt to do it. So that's good. Like that. I believe that sometimes people let, I guess, everyday events overtake them. It can be something that's routine, something that happens all the time, just like we know traffic will back up. We
Mm-hmm.
know the washing machine, the oven, something will break down. It's not going to last forever. And we get so frazzled. Car, we go out to start the car. Oh, it won't start. It could be just the battery, but, you know, it is just something that happens and we just lose it. But sometimes we have to go all the time we have to go with what happens because life happens. And in some situations we can have a plan B. Others we just have to wait it out. Because if you're in traffic, you just gotta wait it out. I mean, what are you gonna do? So
Leave
uh
the car.
So do you think what do you think will help people move through the ruts and the distractions of daily life without losing focus or just dropping the ball completely?
I think definitely having a clear idea of where they want to go and what they want would help with achieving their goals. And it had to do with having tunnel vision. This is not a good example that I'm giving, especially for you drivers out there, but this is just something that reminded me of how I am or was or still am, right? And it had to do with tunnel visions. I know you guys have a lot of tunnels in the United States. Some of you other persons might also be used to that, but we're in the Bahamas. We don't really have tunnels. But I got to the point where I was just so focused on what it is that I wanted to accomplish and what I wanted to achieve that I didn't allow what was happening on the side of me up beyond anywhere else to distract me because I knew that, hey, I wanted to achieve this particular goal. And so I developed a tunnel vision. I was only looking at the goal ahead, straight ahead, and that is what I was focusing on. So things came on the left or the right, it wasn't. And what really brought that home for me, Deborah, was I think one of my sisters said, I have a lot of sisters, so I kind of like reference them. One of my sisters said that, you know what, I was driving and you were on the road and I was hailing and blowing and stuff, and you did not see me. I'm like, oh. And then another one would be like, yes, I was right in front of you. You didn't see me. Sorry. Like, and that was basically how I was living out and carrying out my goals. Like I had something to achieve. And so I was not allowing distractions to come. I developed that tunnel vision. Sometimes we have to tell ourselves, you know what? I need to develop that tunnel vision. People will come, they will say hurtful things. People will come and they will try to get you off course. Things will happen in life with your family. Things will happen with you, but you know that, hey, this is the goal that I want to achieve. And yes, I could be distracted. And when I'm distracted, I veer off course. And I could also readjust and still accomplish the goal. But at the end of the day, I must be able to know and intentionally know that I still have this goal and I still want to achieve it. And I'm on the course to get it. So first, you have to start with knowing what you want to do, staying focused on that, and then line up yourself. Like put yourself in a community where you'll get the support to make sure that you are accomplishing your goals. And sometimes we're not in that community. It might not be your family and friends who are there to support you and encourage you to get that degree or finish that certification or meet up with someone nice or be in the right crowd or not be in a gang or any of these things. It might not be the company you're in now. Birds of a feather flock together, and one bad apple also spoils the bunch, right? So you
Right.
want to place yourself in a community that could support your goals, and you just have to do that to be able to fight against those distractions and the ruts and things of daily life that will kind of like make you feel as if you're dropping the ball. And guess what? If you do drop the ball, it's okay. Just pick it back up and carry on.
Keep going. That's right. Hey, we see that in football. As long as they
Mhm.
don't get touched or they go down the wrong way, hey, they gonna keep running. So that's what we have to do. Get up and try to make it on down. It's the best way to do it. And not let others come and shut us all down. Uh, it's not realistic to believe that every goal that we set is going to be a home run. So, Linda, can you please provide some tips to help people uh, to do their best, knowing that sometimes they're going to have to adjust if they don't hit that 100 that first time.
Hmm. Um, I guess the first thing I'd say, especially when I think about that 100, um, the goal doesn't have to be 100. That's the first thing. It doesn't have to be 100. Maybe you do it and you get 80%. That's 80% that you did do, and not worry about, oh, the 20% that didn't happen, because the next time you do it, you could get that 20%, the full 100. So when I look at some of the things that you can do to really do your best, I'd have to say one of the first things is trips have more impact than splashes. And this is something that we kind of teach with our married couples and stuff as well in our unique couples marriage club. And it has to do with the daily things that you do. The things that you do on a daily basis consistently, they make an impact. So develop consistent habits. They will help you to be disciplined when things go according to plan or when they do not. So that's number one. That would be one of the first things. And then the second thing would be begin with the end in mind, as Stephen Covey says. Have a vision of what you want, of where you want to go, and do the work to get there. Sometimes we may have these grand visions of what we want, to in our lives to have this best life, but we really don't have a vision of what it looks like. And sometimes we have to stop and actually make that vision a reality. And that's something that I did and practice over, I think, over 30 years or more. And it has, like, today now I'm seeing the reality of some of the things that I just created a vision board for and had written down the goals of what I wanted at 5 years, at 10 years, at 15 years, at 20 years in the future of my life. And so when you take the time out to really imagine, just envision what you want, beginning with that end in mind. Have a clear picture of that, write it down, get your pictures, put it on a board or however you want to visually represent that. It it will help you to stay grounded, and it makes probably definitely more than 50% of it a reality already. Just the act of writing your goals down, putting up your vision board, your brain will just find a way to make it happen even while you were asleep. So just being open to that. So you can have the best. You just need to also, number three, commit to having your best and not allowing anyone or anything to get in your way. Yep.
All right. We hope everybody's taking those notes and you got those three because those can be helpful. We can always use this information in the future. I know I go back and flip through my notes. I think somebody said, and it is very, very helpful. So thank you for those three, Linda. I believe it is essential to celebrate your successes. We got, like I said, started out by saying sometimes we just beat ourselves up because we do want to see everything come out the way that we plan it. And that's just human nature. But when we do reach a pinnacle or we do something and you're like, yes, I made it, I did it. How can celebrating yourself be achieved? What are some of the things that you can do for yourself to celebrate yourself?
Ooh. Besides self-care and making sure you are putting yourself first, um, and I would even tell our clients that you need to celebrate the small things. Sometimes we wait for these huge milestones to come before we begin to celebrate. Like, hey, even the smallest bit of thing. Like, I woke up today without a headache. I woke up this week without a headache compared to last week. Oh my goodness, that's a lot to celebrate. So it's the small little things that we have to make it a daily habit of celebrating. So if you need to get your journal and write down in your gratitude journal and write down the things that you're grateful for and then take the time to celebrate it, that will help you to appreciate when the bigger things come. Because guess what? You can have the big stuff, a graduation, you can have a wedding, you can have all of these change of career, a new position. You can have all of these things happen, but what about the daily things, the things that are happening on a daily basis? Are you grateful for those? Are you showing the gratitude for those? Are you taking time to celebrate yourself that you actually did arrive early, that you actually did make an effort to take care of yourself, that you actually beautified your skin, that you actually drank your 8 glasses of water if that's your thing, that you actually exercise? Like, yes, the things that you want to accomplish, and maybe you just did a small portion of it. Take time to celebrate yourself. Treat yourself with a nice drink. Treat yourself to just having that quiet time with yourself and just listening to music, or just treat yourself with having a date for yourself. Go on a date night, right? Celebrate yourself. Yes, you don't have to wait on others to celebrate. You be so good at doing it that you teach others how to celebrate you. It's my birthday on Thursday. Yeah, it's my birthday. So September 8th is my birthday. I'm all excited. And I've been excited from last September. So I've been building up to this September, right? And
Right.
I do things to make sure that I'm enjoying myself throughout the year. So when it comes, it's like, yay, it's a little bigger, but I'm taking time to celebrate myself. Hey, if it's getting the rest that you need, hey, then go do that. For some people, we'll rest when we die. But hey, good. Whatever works for you. Find out the things that you like as an individual. Know you. And when you do and you find those things, then you're able to, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to maybe a hair and nails by someone, or let my sister hook you up at Hair to Please or something, or just the things that you do. Just take the time out to love yourself. Take time out to do the things that you enjoy. It could be going to a park, it could be watching a movie, it could be reading a book, and a book that you actually enjoy reading, not a book that, oh, I have to go and make a report out of this, and this is so tiresome, and this is no, not that kind of book. Something that you actually enjoy doing, like get pleasure from. Take time out to do that. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate the small little victories that you have. Yeah, my daughter's name is Victory, by the way. Victory K.
Yeah.
Yes, just take time out to do that.
Yeah, it's nice to take time out, to do things that you want to do. I mean, some of the guys, I'm pretty sure you have something there similar to what they have here in Florida. They have Top Golf. I've never been there, but I've I know guys like it, but it's this big golf outside. Well, of course, outside golf thing, but it has well, they can go out and putt and do whatever they do out there, but you can go do it up by yourself or whatever. But
Mhm.
it's a place that it's something the guys can do by themselves, or my husband likes to fish, so if he can go fish, he don't care if it's with his one of our sons or a friend or by himself.
Mhm.
That's just something he can celebrate and do for himself. So whatever it is that you like to do, if I can just get some me time to go out on the patio with my coffee and read, have
Mhm.
fun, that's enough for me. So however, whatever makes you happy and makes you feel like you rewarded yourself, you did something special or extra for yourself, is great.
And you know something, Deborah? I mean, it sounds easy to say, and for some of us, it's easy to do. But there are people who actually have real difficulty doing this celebrating themselves. Like they really have a problem, an issue doing it. And so for those persons, I want to say, if just standing in the mirror, just take time to just stand in the mirror and talk to yourself. I love you, Linda. I love you, Carolyn. I love you, Gia. I love you, Monique. You did well today. You did great. Whatever it was that you did, even no matter how small it is, just taking that time out to just look in the mirror and just saying it could help you. Yes, you don't have to feel guilty. Some people don't appreciate, or they think that they have to do these there has to be some grand gestures and grand things that they did in order to be celebrated. But it's small things. You celebrate yourself. No one else may be doing it, but you take time to do it. And it could be as simple as looking in the mirror and celebrating you, because you're a gift from God. He created you uniquely, beautifully, handsomely. He created you so special. There's no one like you. No fingerprint, no identity. Someone may try to steal it, but guess what? No one can become you, and you don't need to be anybody else. And so you have to, first of all, appreciate yourself. So if you're not appreciating yourself, it will be hard to celebrate yourself. If you're not loving yourself, it'll be hard to celebrate the things that you do, because you won't see it as valuable. You won't see it as worthy. But if you believe that you're worthy as a person, and I know that you are worthy as a person, you're valued, and you believe that, you can celebrate even the smallest thing that happens in your life. Even if you just went and came on this and just wrote something, a complete sentence, or you just took the time out to actually just write. That's an accomplishment if it's something that you haven't done before, or something that you were afraid of doing. So take time out to celebrate you.
Yes, and you will so enjoy it. You have to remember that if you're not enjoying what you're doing,
Mm, yep.
then you're going to regret doing it. You're not going to want to do it. So it's something that you enjoy. You got it completed. You got it done. It was the way you wanted it or whatever. Why not celebrate yourself?
Yes.
And it's
Celebrate
not that
you.
you're trying to brag or say, I did so much, whatever. But hey, you know, that's, I guess, something that like you said, Linda, it's not easy for everybody to do. But one thing that I don't know, we can love on everybody else.
Hmm.
We get special gifts for
Yes.
everybody else. We can try to make everybody else feel special. But we are supposed to love ourselves first and foremost. So now, if we can't take time to love ourselves and show ourselves that we appreciate who we are. Yeah, think about that. It should make you feel okay about, hey, yeah, well, I do deserve something, don't I? You know, because you are special. Linda told you before, God made you individually. When He made you, He broke that mold. He didn't make another soul like
Not another one.
not not another one. You are so special. You have your own coloring, your own shape of your face, your body, your hair, your nails, everything, your voice. You don't. And you can. If you couldn't see Linda and I, you would know which was which because we don't sound alike. He gave us unique voices, everything unique.
Yeah.
And so we should be happy that he loved us so much that he made us. That's enough to celebrate right now. I want to go celebrate.
Yes.
So celebrate.
Celebrate yourself. No one else can do it better.
Yeah. So this has been great. You got to enjoy the journey. But as we get prepared to close, Linda, can you please give people, especially our teenage and young adults, some tips on being accountable? You don't want to enjoy the journey, but you want to make sure that you are still on course as you go through life. So, how do you make sure that you are being accountable?
Ooh, I would say the first thing you need to do if you're a young person, a teenager, and anyone actually listening, but to keep it simple for our teens, first, be accountable to yourself. Actually, be accountable to yourself first. Turn that around. Be accountable to yourself first. That is where it starts, and sometimes that may be hard to do. You might not have an experience doing it. You might not have seen it done before, or it was just easy to fall into the mold of not being accountable because maybe your parents or the people around you or everyone else just doesn't take it seriously. But that doesn't have to be you. So you first of all be accountable to yourself. Number two, say what you mean and mean what you say. And that will definitely um, lead to you accomplishing your dreams, yes, but also having people look up to you and know that this is a person of integrity. And you need that because some people may have all the skills, they may be the more talented, but integrity makes a big difference. That is one of the things that is going to set you apart in this huge world, this community of people, everyone competing. Integrity will set you apart. And then number three, make sure you have community. Place yourself in communities, connect with Deborah, connect with the persons who will make sure that you are um, surrounded by what you want to see more of. See, when you focus on the good and you focus on what you want to achieve and who you want to become, you get more of that. And then number four, I would say, along with that, along with being a community, you want to make sure you have an accountability partner. An accountability partner is, just more than being in a community, but having someone in that community that you can go to, you can talk to, who can mentor you. That is, something that we encourage our, persons in our community to do. Hey, check us out. We're marriage coaches. We're mentors. Come and see us. Come and connect with us in our group. Make sure that you're being accountable. So we're saying, hey, I'm telling you, be accountable. Have an accountability partner. Make sure you're connected to a community that supports your vision and will help you to be accountable. And most of all, be accountable to yourself first, because you will decide how people treat you. You will decide who will be accountable to you, because when you mean what you say and say what you mean, people will know what you stand for, and they'll know that, you know what, I can't bother with Linda because she plays by the book, because she means what she says and she does. Okay, so you need to be able to be a person of integrity. So when people think of you, they think of you more in the positive light, because they know this is what you mean, and you're going to stand by your word.
That's right. Thank you so much. Those are some great tips. So they were up on the screen. So I hope everyone captured those. Those were wonderful. Well, Linda, this was a great talk today. Enjoying the journey, because that's important that we enjoy what we do and
Yeah.
we continue to do it, and we work well and communicate and talk well with others. We can get so much more done and enjoy what we're doing. So thank you so much for being on with me. And please, please, please let everyone know how they can contact you and Vito.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you can find us on Unique Couples on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. We're on all of those platforms as Unique Couples. You can also find us as Unique Couples 242 on Instagram. And oh, we're on TikTok too, Unique Couples. So you can go ahead and find us there as well. And I have a free gift for you. So for those of you who are married, you can go ahead and click that link in the chat. And this is our 7 days of loving. Okay, it's a tracker. It will keep you in touch and on target with how you love your spouse on a daily basis. And for those of you who are single, you could go ahead and type single in the chat. I will go ahead and send a link so that you can get the How I Love Myself tracker, which has really been great. I've been using that with my clients for personal development, persons who, are considering having a relationship, those who are building towards it, and of course, married couples as well. But go ahead and register, get your tracker. That is our free gift to you. And definitely connect with us. If you want to take your relationship to another level, you can also join us in our Unique Couples Marriage Club. It is it requires a time commitment. It requires you to give of your resources. So it's a membership, and the membership is all about you taking time to invest in your marriage, to get those daily drips of love, the action steps and the spa activities, the things that you are going to do to connect with your spouse on a daily basis, the tips, the words and things that you can say. And of course, we have a whole lot of other things as well happening in our Unique Couples Marriage Club. So you can go ahead and join us in the Unique Couples Marriage Club if you want to take your marriage to the next level. Remember, community is everything. And that is a community. So if you're married and you're serious about relationships, you're serious about your marriage, you want to go ahead and join us in the Unique Couples Marriage Club.
Thank you so much, Linda. And like I stated before, you want to make sure that you connect with Linda and Vito, because they are doing some great things over there. If you also, can you please check me out on my website, which is up on the screen, www.buildyourbestlife.org. On there, you can read my blog that comes out each Monday. You can check out our calendar of events. Make sure that you know when we are going on live, which is always the same 3 days each week. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9:30 a.m. on Saturdays. You can also find out more about Build Your Best Life. Also, you can visit my store, where you can see the services that we offer, which is coaching, consultation, speaking, and webinar speaking. And you can get your autographed copy of Build Your Best Life, the book that I have written.
I have my copy too.
Yes. It's basic principles that will assist you in building your best life and assisting you in helping someone else to build their best lives. But you can get your autographed copy by going on my website. And if you like the Kindle version instead, you can go on Amazon.com. But thank you all so much for tuning in today, because you could have been anywhere else. So I appreciate you coming on Build Your Best Life. And thank you, Linda, because you are one busy lady. So I really appreciate you taking the time out.
Thank you, Ms. Deborah, for having me. It is always a pleasure to be on your platform, because it's all about building your best life. And we want people to do that, because, hey, they're building their best life. They're going to build their best marriage, the marriage that they're going to take with them throughout their life, right? We want that to be the best for them as well. So thank you so much for having me. And I'm looking forward to just more connections.
Okay, and early happy birthday.
Thank you.
On the 8th.
Yes.
So, Vito, be nice. Do a lot of nice things. I know you will.
And if he doesn't, I know how to celebrate myself, and I will be celebrating myself.
All
but
right.
He's going to do a great job.
Yes. All right. And we will look forward to seeing you on this Thursday, September 8th, as Carol Crockett and I have a coffee chat with Deborah and Carol. And this week it's going to be in a nutshell. In a nutshell. We're going to be telling you about some of those basic principles that we have been talking about all year. We're going to put it in a nutshell for you on Thursday. So please tune in. And please don't miss Saturday. Saturday is our conversation with the guys, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please pass the word. It's going to be a great topic. And the conversation with the guys, hey, that's the heartbeat of chats. These are a group of men that are having conversations that only men can have. The topic for this Saturday is going to be sex education, real men talk. We're going to have Coach Ricardo Miller, Dr. Coach Kevin Wilburn, Elder Joseph Levette, and Deacon Dan Smith Jr. They're going to be on Saturday, and I know it's going to be amazing. So please tune in. And again, it's Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I look forward to seeing you. Remember, as you travel on your road to being a better you, there will be rough terrain, detours, and distractions. Don't let any of those negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be a better you so that you can build your best life. And remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan, it's our commitment. We love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. Love you, Linda. Thank you so much. Bye
Love you
bye,
too.
everyone.
Bye.